Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Let us continue with the discussion on kinetics. In the last class, we have understood what is the requirement of this problem. We will have to find out what is the maximum acceleration that can be tolerated by the system, so that these bottles do not tip. And so, the question is to find out the maximum acceleration, and we need to put the free body diagram of the bottle, and we have to investigate for tipping. Okay. And we have learnt in statics how to investigate for tipping, and it is easier to take the coordinate axis parallel to the conveyor belt and perpendicular to that. And in this case, it is the self weight of the bottle that contributes to tipping, and it is given in the problem where the CG is located. It is about 80 millimeter from the bottom of the bottle. So, it is put approximately here, and you have the weight acting on this mg cos 20 and mg sin 20, we can put it like this. And you also have the acceleration of the mass point, and this is where you have to investigate for tipping to be prevented. The resultant force should be within the bottle. So, the limiting case is you put it at the edge. We have already seen that it is going to tip like this, that is what we are anticipating it. Since this diagram is complete, you are in a position to write the appropriate equations, and it is desirable that we do it at point A, and this is nothing but an arbitrary point P. Okay. So, you are going to invoke this equation, summation of m p equal to I g alpha plus mass into acceleration of the mass point and the distance d. All the parameters that is required are given, and this is the problem where the there is no rotation. So, I g alpha is 0. So, you write m a equal to m a bar into 80 and write what is the value of m a. So, you will have a contributing force from this, and you will also have this force contributing to this moment. So, that is all, the problem is solved. I have mg cos 20 into 35, mg sin 20 into 80, that is equal to m a bar 80. So, that gives me the limiting value of acceleration as 0.67 meters per second square. See, it is a very nice problem, it is a very practical problem where you have the packaging industry when they want to fill some liquid. If they want to increase productivity, you have to apply mechanics and find out what is the maximum acceleration that the system can tolerate. Otherwise, the functionality would be lost. And it is a nice problem which brings in your understanding of how to analyze whether tipping will take place or not. And this is also an arbitrary point. In order to remove your mental block, I can have any point labeled with any symbol. In the discussion, when we develop the equations, we call the arbitrary point as P. The point P can be A in this context. So, you should be able to apply these equations comfortably when the labels are also changed. Then we move on to another simple problem. I have a wheel of weight 50 kilograms and diameter 500 millimeter rolls without slipping. That is a very important statement. On an inclined plane at 45 degrees. The wheel has a centroidal radius of gyration of 200 millimeter. See, I have coined the problem in such a way that I do not want you to spend time on calculating the mass moment of inertia. I directly give you the radius of gyration. The focus is on learning dynamics, not on calculating the mass moment of inertia and get stuck. If friction is sufficient to prevent slipping, compute the frictional force F acting on the wheel during its downhill roll. Also compute the minimum coefficient of static friction to prevent slipping. And this is fairly straightforward problem, and you know rolling is general plane motion, fine. And the moment you look at rolling, you are expected to remember the kinematical conditions that you have learnt earlier. You know, you need to remember certain quantities, it is unavoidable, and rolling is such a common phenomena that you will come across in many applications. You are expected to remember the relationship between the mass point velocity and angular velocity, as well as mass point acceleration and angular acceleration. You are expected to remember these quantities. And it says wheel rolls without slipping. When it rolls without slipping, these quantities we have learnt earlier, you are expected to remember and use it. If you do not remember, derive and use it. Okay. And we have the important relation that mass point acceleration is nothing but r into alpha. And when I have the axis as x and y, I could also label this as ax. And here you know from the physics of the problem that c is the instantaneous center of rotation. So, I can apply center of rotation as the point for me to do all the computations and make my life fairly simple. And you are given the weight of the disc, and at C you will have an interaction of normal force, and the frictional force will oppose the rolling motion. So, I have this as the frictional force, I label it as F. So, the diagram is complete, including the rotation as well as linear translation acceleration components. So, it is ready to be solved. So, identify the governing equation. We have m o equal to I o alpha, that is what we are going to use for this problem, and this becomes point C here. So, I rewrite the expression as summation of m c equal to I c alpha, and you have to use the parallel axis theorem to get the value of I c. You are given I g, and then you can find out this. Okay. So, I have this expression satisfied. So, I am in a position to get what is the value of angular acceleration from this. So, the first step is I am in a position to get the angular acceleration, and you have utilized the kinematical relationship for a wheel that rolls without slipping. So, you are expected to remember these quantities while solving problems. And next equation I can write is sigma f x equal to m a bar x, and we have already seen a bar x equal to r alpha, and alpha is given as 16.92 radians per second square. So, you have the basic equation written, it is very straightforward. Please check the arithmetic. and this gives me what is the frictional force that is acting on the wheel so that it rolls without slipping. So, it makes your life lot more simpler. If the wheel rolls without slipping, you have the kinematical conditions and you are in a position to invoke those interrelationship and solve for this problem. See, the question also asks what is the minimum value of coefficient of friction that you need to have. I can also write the other equation F I equal to m a bar y, that is equal to 0. So, that gives me what is the value of normal force, and I know what is the value of frictional force that is required. So, that gives me I should have a frictional coefficient of 0.39 is required, so that the wheel rolls without slipping. So, friction aids, friction is needed in many applications. When friction is significant and its role cannot be ignored, as engineers we bring in. Until then we solve problems without friction. That is how engineers make the problem solvable. Okay, you get the first hand solution, maybe apply a factor of safety and then design criteria to do your design rather than complicate your problems with all aspects of the physical system. Okay. Then we move on to a very interesting problem. See, I want to give you the feeling whatever the knowledge that you learn in this course is of use somewhere that we have come across recently, and it is very interesting to see our Mars mission was a success, because we had been able to do this in our first attempt, very first attempt. And in fact, the NASA probe that was revolving around Mars welcomed this Mangalyaan. They sent a message. So, that is a proof there is somebody watching there that you have reached Mars. Okay. So, the problem here is, see, the satellite is in an orbit like this, and if it has to go to Mars, it has to take another orbit. And what is to be done is, you will be surprised that when you reduce the velocity, it shifts to the other orbit. And there are the various steps, you have the blue line, you have the black line, you have the orange line, you have the green line, you have a slightly this kind of a indigo color. Okay. So, you have definitions for all these stages of the craft. So, they have to align the satellite and then fire it when communication is not possible from Earth. That is what is shown as the black strip. And once you reduce the velocity, it gets locked into the Martian orbit. So, it all involves quite a bit of mechanics calculations, fine. And so, this is the spice to the problem. So, I have a satellite which is spinning, and we are going to look at when there is an onboard thruster which reduces its velocity, because it is moving in this direction. When I fire it, I am applying a force this way. So, I try to reduce the velocity of the satellite. Then it is in a position to shift the orbit. So, that is the physics behind it. So, the problem statement is like this. So, let us also feel, we will solve a simple problem. We also take credit that we have also done something to do with Mangalyaan. So, to lock into the orbit around Mars, the velocity of the satellite needs to be reduced. This is achieved by firing an onboard motor controlled from Earth, which has a thrust of 450 newtons. At the time of firing the motor, the satellite is traveling velocity of 4000 meters per second in the y direction and spins with an angular velocity 5 radians per second. The mass of satellite is 400 kilograms and its radius of gyration about z axis is 900 millimeter. The axes are shown already in the problem. I have axis XYZ attached to the satellite, and you are also shown a point A which needs to be looked at. The thrust motor and the point A are on the rim of the satellite as shown in the figure, and it is at 1.5 meter from the spin axis. So, you are given all the particulars. You know, this is a very nice problem. It brings in your basic understanding of how do you write the velocity equation, relative velocity or relative acceleration equation from one point on a rigid body to the other point in a rigid body. If you are attaching a non-rotating translating axis, you will see the other point as if it goes in a circular motion. So, all those memories you have to bring in back and then handle this problem. So, the parameters are given which are very clear and simple, and you have to recognize that the satellite is spinning as well as having a linear motion, and originally it is travelling with a velocity v naught in the y direction. So, it is spinning counterclockwise, and this is the angular velocity, and you have the thrust motor attached here. So, when it is started, it is going to create a thrust, and that needs to be put, and it is labeled as O, that is nothing but the mass point. See, we had specific connotation while we developed the theory. We have always referred the mass point as G, fixed point as O, and arbitrary point as P. So, you must come out of that symbolism and learn to apply the correct equation to the symbols given in the problem. It may appear trivial here, but people get confused when they write the examination. So, I have this, and I have the onboard thrust motor introduces a thrust, that value is also given in the problem. So, it has a angular motion as well as a linear motion. Let us look at each of these. So, when I have this, obviously this is going to create a deceleration like this. Okay. It will also reduce the velocity, it will also reduce the spin speed, and you are given what is the acceleration a naught. Okay, angular motion we will look at. I have m naught, this is nothing but mg equal to ig alpha. This is the mass point of the satellite, and you are given the radius of gyration. I can easily write what is mg, only this force introduces that moment, and I have alpha equal to fr by mk square. I have all the parameters given. So, when I substitute, I am in a position to get the angular acceleration or deceleration, whichever way you want to call it. This is 2.08 radians per second square. Now, let us look at the linear motion. I have Fi equal to may, and we are given the coordinate axis. With respect to the coordinate axis, I can also put the sign of the quantities, and all these quantities are given, f and m are known. So, I can find out a naught, and a naught as 1.125 meters per second square. The idea is what is the values for the point A, that is what is asked. So, here this is a rigid body which has a general plane motion. I sit on this body, I know this absolute acceleration. I need to find out what is the acceleration of point A. So, go back to your kinematical relationships and write down the relative acceleration equation, and you should be in a position to write what is acceleration of A with respect to relative acceleration equation, and this is nothing but it is rotating, and we know the direction of omega and alpha. So, it is easy for you to write this component. From the previous calculation, we have got this A naught, and you also assign the sign appropriately. So, we know A naught. What is acceleration of A with respect to O? I have the tangential component dictated by the direction of alpha, and I have this normal component. So, I have this normal component is r omega squared j, and tangential component is minus r alpha I. So, I have these quantities. So, it is easy for you to calculate what is acceleration A. I have the value as minus 3.12 I plus 36.375 j meter per second square. Second, a very interesting problem. You try to use whatever you have learnt in kinematics and you have learned to apply it, and you have got the values that is asked in the problem. Yeah, now there is a rage, everybody is looking at the internet, and then whatever that comes in the internet, whether it is right or wrong, you jump onto it and then do it. Okay. And I thank my students who have collected these details. And you know, it is very dangerous. You can't simply open your car door and then dance, and then somebody films it on a public road. And it tells you the history of development. It appears the car started moving somewhere amidst the internet noise. Initially, the proponent has not asked the car to move. And what is the mechanics part of it? We are interested only in the mechanics part of it. What happens to this poor door? Okay, that is what we need to analyze. Fine. And before we move on, let us also see how Indians have modified it. Okay. And it became a real challenge to the Indian police. So, the advice is, please do not do any of these challenges. Fine. It is all going to hurt you, and my focus is on what happens to this door from mechanics point of view. So, you have warnings from Bengaluru City Police, Jaipur City Police, and so on and so forth. Okay. The idea is not to do this, but look at what is the mechanics behind the problem. So, this is what you have. It is not exactly the same problem. Please write down the problem. Inadvertently, the door is kept open and it is decelerating. And what happens to that door? It is a very nice problem. You take any book on mechanics, they would have a car with a door opening. So, in the current context, I thought that I can spice it up by bringing the Kiki challenge. Okay. Do not do any of those challenges publicly circulated in internet. Many of them are injurious to you. Okay. So, you are given the weight of the car door, and you have very nice animation which gives you complete visualization of what is happening, so that you can understand the problem statement better and look at the strategy to solve the problem. And we have to compute the reaction forces at the hinge of the 36 kilogram car door when theta equal to 45 degrees. The car decelerates at a constant rate of 3 meters per second square. The radius of gyration k naught at the vertical axis of rotation, you are given only at the axis of rotation. This is the axis of rotation, you are given only k naught, is given as 500 millimeters, and the mass center r bar is 400 millimeter from the vertical axis of rotation. You are given all the particulars of it, and let us go and look at how do we handle this problem. Let us understand the motion little systematically. I could think of this as linear motion, then followed by a rotation, or I can think of a rotation first and then the linear motion, and reality both of it happen together. That is what happens. I have rotation as well as linear motion takes place. That is what we call it as general plane motion. So, you have a reasonable appreciation of what is happening to the door, and you should also recognize to start with how the door was. What was its angular velocity? All that is hidden in the problem. Fine. That is what you have to look at. That is why I have put you this animation. You have a very important clue. It starts from rest. So, the omega is 0. It starts from 0 angular velocity and it acquires a finite value of omega when it reaches 45 degrees. You should recognize all that. Only when you recognize all that, you will be able to use the appropriate equations to handle it. So, the door acquires angular velocity and opens up as the car has a retardation. So, that is the first observation that we make out of it. Door thus has angular velocity as well as angular acceleration, and this is what is shown. I have a door which is very nicely shaped, fine, but as engineers, when you want to do an analysis, you simply take it as a rectangular unit, and I have the radius of gyration. If once I have the radius of gyration, I do not need any of that shape, fine. How we model a practical problem into a solvable problem. So, I have this as the rotation about which it takes place, and you have to investigate what is this point. I have labeled this as O. We saw point O as a fixed point. You have to ask yourself, is it behaving like a fixed point or something else? Fine, just because the problem statement says it is O, do not conclude anything out of it. You must investigate what is the motion. So, I have this door, I have this angular acceleration, I have the location of the mass point, the distance is also given. So, you have to recognize the whole door has rectilinear deceleration. So, the point O is not fixed, it is having an acceleration. In this case, it is deceleration because we know the direction of the acceleration, it is coming to a stop. So, you have to treat this as point P in our calculations. And what I have, so I have the acceleration shown here, which is a deceleration from this problem context. The door is in general plane motion. That is what you have to recognize. You have to recognize it is in general plane motion, and once you draw the neat sketch and put the quantities, arithmetic is fairly simple. There is no difficulty at all in arithmetic. So, I have a hinge. So, when I have a hinge, what is the way I will do it? I will assume two components. Because I do not know the direction of the force, I represent it as component in the x direction and component in the y direction, and an unknown force can be taken in any way. The general recommendation is take it along the positive coordinate axis. My mathematics will come and tell me whether this is right or wrong. All those principles you learnt in statics are equally valid in dynamics. There is no alteration here. Okay. And we have already looked at how to write this relative acceleration equation for a rigid body. And I have what are all the components of force that act at mass point. I have ma like this, and then I have a normal component m r bar omega squared and a tangential component r bar alpha like this. So, my diagram is complete. So, it is easy for me to write all the quantities that I require. So, taking moment about O, we have already seen that is actually arbitrary point P in our theoretical development. You should not lose track of it, that is very important. You should recognize that the point is not fixed in space, even though labeled as O, it is having a acceleration or deceleration, whichever way you look at it. So, m naught equal to, I have, you are given k naught, I need to get k bar squared plus r bar squared. So, this is a hinge, so it has to go to 0. So, I have minus m k squared alpha plus m r bar alpha r bar. I write all the components, okay. I write all the components, m a r bar sin theta, and we have alpha equal to a r bar by k naught squared sin theta. You should recognize that the point O is in reality point P, it is not O in our theoretical development. So, labels can be misleading in a problem, and you cannot put restriction on a person who is coining the problem to use your symbols to label it. And we have already discussed the door starts from rest. So, it has a omega is 0 to start with, it acquires angular velocity because of the motion, and this expression you have learnt long back in your particle dynamics. So, you are using that here. So, integral 0 to omega, omega d omega equal to integral 0 to theta alpha d theta. Alpha we have got the expression from the previous step, and then when you do this, I get omega squared equal to 2a r bar by k naught squared into 1 minus cos theta, and theta equal to pi by 4, we have to get the calculation. So, I have this, and finally, I get the value of omega as 2.86 radians per second. Is the idea clear? It is a very interesting problem, and it is quite dangerous. You should not have any door open in a car while it is moving. In fact, the modern cars have sensors. If any one of the door is not locked, it gives you a beep or it gives you some visual indicators. So, you must attend to it. It can cause accidents. Okay, you should not drive the car with loose doors. Then I go to f x equal to m a x, and you can easily write this expression. If the diagram is complete, writing this is straightforward, it is not difficult. All the quantities are put, you have the angle theta. So, I put the appropriate cos and sin theta components, and you substitute the relevant quantities, and for theta equal to pi by 4, I get r o x is like this, and I get the value of r o x as negative. That is perfectly all right. I have assumed it in a particular direction. The mathematics can come back and tell me whether my assumed direction is right or wrong. So, you can start your problem with this and bank on your mathematics to assist you, absolutely no problem. So, I have determined the value of r o x. Then I need to get r o y. R o y is given like this, and substitute the relevant quantities. For theta equal to pi by 4, I get r o y as 7.19 meters. So, it is a very interesting problem. You take any book on engineering mechanics, they would have a problem with car door opening, whichever way, moves in the left or right, or it is a very interesting problem, and you have to recognize that the door is in general plane motion, apply the appropriate equations, it brings in your knowledge of statics, it brings in your knowledge of kinematics which we have learnt, all that have to be used systematically to arrive at the final answer. And when you are designing the door hinges, you need to take care of these forces so that it lasts long. So, in this class, we have solved a variety of problems in kinetics. In fact, if you look at the problems that we have solved problems with translation, curvilinear translation, fixed axis rotation, mass point rotation, as well as general plane motion. So, you have a variety, and the focus was on how to visualize the problem situation and how to use the equations you have learnt appropriately. The training was also given, we have learnt it with certain symbolism. The problem may be given with some other symbolism. Use your symbols appropriately and do not do it in a rush, because your symbol and the problem symbol are identical. The problem symbol denotes what you have used in your theoretical development. It need not be. Thank you.